Hi, everybody. This is Pastor Tom, welcoming you to another study in the Word. Well, we're here today. Now, what we've done, we're going through verse by verse through First Timothy. I said in my last session it was 18, but it's actually 19. So today we're going to go for number 20. Wow! And we were talking about in our last session, we were going through our test. So if you're seeing this without seeing the last one, it's not going to do you any good. What we're doing is we're taking a test, an honest evaluation of where we are spiritually speaking, to find out if we're in a babyhood stage of Christianity, childhood stage of Christianity, preteen stage of Christianity, teenager stage of Christianity, or we are a mature Christian. And so this is a proven test, and this is really excellent. I love doing this for myself, because I see over the years, if I do it every 5 years, how much I've grown, and I'm honest about it. So what we're doing, and if you haven't, if you're joining us for the first time here and you didn't do the other one, go back to 19 or 18, start listening to those, and then move into the test, okay? But if you're following me here and on this next one, you probably just jumped right on here if you're halfway through. We're going to go to 25. The last one was 24. And so the last question was, how are you on taking new assignments or tasks and learning to make it work? But we're going to go for 25. So you write number 25 there. You should have it written down. And then we'll go from there. So 25 is this. Rate yourself on the love walk. Rate yourself on the love walk. 0, I don't even know what that is. 10, I am mature and just really, really perfect at walking in love, or all points in between, 5 being average, okay? And then you write down the number by 25. Okay, number 26. How would you rate yourself on a scale of 0 to 10 on walking in the fruits of the Spirit? 0 being, I don't know what that is. To 10 being, oh, I got that down. Man, okay, to anywhere in between. Number 27. How, on a scale of 0 to 10, how easily do you get hurt? By the way, some of these questions will overlap or almost sound like the same thing, but there's a reason for that. Don't worry about it. Just answer the question, okay? How easily do you get hurt? 0, yes, I'm just hurt all the time. 10, I never let anything hurt me. I've got that so developed that I just don't get hurt at all. 100% ability to not be hurt, okay? Or all points in between. 5 being average, so on. 28. How long does it take you to come back from a small setback? All right, a small setback. On a scale of 0 being, oh man, I never come back from setbacks, to 10. Oh man, takes me no time at all. Just bam, I'm right back on it, or anywhere in between. Maybe it takes, and what does that mean to you? I mean, you're going to have to decide that. 2, 3 days, a week. How would you feel that you do that, and rate yourself, okay? 29. How long does it take you to come back from large, difficult setbacks? Now be honest about it. On a scale of 0 to 10, 0, I can't do that. I can't come back from something like that. I'm devastated by it. 10, takes me a few weeks. 5, maybe a year. See, that's a question you really have to think about. How long does it take you, in your opinion, on a scale of 0 to 10, how would you rate yourself on large, difficult setbacks? It's kind of a difficult question to answer, but you have to think about it for a minute, but go ahead and answer it. And whatever comes to you, that's probably the right answer. So just write down the number. Okay? 30. On a scale of 0 to 10, now this is going to be interesting. I want you to listen very carefully. On a scale of 0 to 10, how important is having many friends? How important is it for you to have many friends? All right? 0, it's not important at all. I mean, it's excuse me. And this one, 0, it is extremely important to me. It is a mega thing in my life. 10, not important at all. Okay? This is backwards. You have to do this one backwards. So listen to me again. 0, it is not it is the most important thing in the world to have many friends. I have to have many friends. 10, not important to me whatsoever. Okay? And then write down the number. Could be in between. 31, same question, but some friends. 0, gotta have some friends, man. It's really important to me. 10, don't need any friends. It's not important to me. There's a reason for this. This is a character issue thing. 32, how important is you on a scale of 0 to 10 to have a few close friends? Same way. 0, very, 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 very important to have a few close friends. 10, not that important at all. I know those are backwards, but there's a reason for that, okay? Now, here we go back the other way. Number 33. On a scale of 0 to 10, how satisfied are you at your job? 0, I hate my job. It just annoys me to the very core of my being. 10, I love my job. Okay? I just love my job. Or I'm halfway satisfied would be a 5. 34. On 0 to 10, how much time do you spend running to different meetings? You have to rate yourself. 0, I don't do it at all. This one you have to do it this way too. Okay, this is different. 0, I run all the time to different meetings, all the time, just constantly. 10, I don't need that anymore. I'm spiritually developed where I just don't really need to go to meetings anymore. And you don't feel like that's the most necessary thing is to run to every meeting. Okay, or any point in between. So that's different. That goes the other way again. Now 0 is, it's different. It's not 10 is I don't spend time. 10 is I don't spend time running the meetings. Anywhere down to 0 where I spend all my time running to meetings. I love to go to meetings, concerts, meetings. Gotta go. Okay. 35. On a scale of 0 to 10, rate yourself on how well do you understand your strengths and weaknesses. 0, I have no idea about that. 10, I understand them fully well. I have a feeling a lot of you are going to get a good grade on this. So 0, don't get a clue. 10, I understand myself. I understand my strengths and weaknesses fully well. 36. On a scale of 0 to 10, how strong would you rate yourself on the gifts of the Spirit? All right, we're going to talk more about that in a minute, but overall, just the gifts of the Spirit. 0, I know nothing about that, Pastor Tom. Really, I don't. 10, I'm an expert. Okay? 37. How is your consecration, in your opinion, to God? 0, I'm not consecrated at all. 10, total consecration. Will do whatever he tells me to do when he tells me to do it. Go anywhere he says. If he tells me to go to Alaska tomorrow or to the Arctic, I'll go. Be honest about it. It can be 0 to 10. Or 5 average. There's some areas maybe I'm not consecrated in as much as I should, but I'm working on it. Whatever. Okay? 38. On a scale of 0 to 10. How well do you hear his voice? Be honest. On 0, don't know what you're talking about. 10, oh yeah, I've got that down. He tells me to do things, I do them every day. I hear his voice, I've got that down. And you're going to be honest on this one. 5 being average. Okay, here's one similar to that. 39, on a scale of 0 to 10, how do you feel that you are on being led by the Spirit? 0, don't even know what you're talking about. 10, oh yeah, I'm led by the Spirit all the time, Pastor Tom, all the time. Yeah, okay. And you're really honest about it. Not flakiness. We're talking about really, 5, I miss God sometimes. I'm probably average 6, I'm getting better. 7, you see, you rate yourself, okay? And do it honestly. 40. On a scale of 0 to 10, how well do you recognize if it's God or the devil working in your life? On a scale of 0, 0, I don't know who's doing what. 10, I know exactly who that is. Okay. Or all points in between. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I'm confused about it, Pastor Tom. Sometimes I do recognize that. Sometimes I'm not sure. Maybe a 5 or a 4. So you have to be honest. Okay, 42. Man, we're over halfway done now. 42. How are you at being a good soldier? 0. I don't even know what you're talking about. 10. I feel I'm a good soldier for Jesus Christ, and I can handle hardships in every way, shape, or form. I'm excellent at going through trials, hard things, hard places, fasting, prayer, whatever it takes. 0. Don't do it at all. 10. You're an expert at that. How are you at being a good soldier? 43. Can people count on me? 0 to 10. 0. Nope. Can't count on me at all, ever. 10. Every time. In between. 44. Is your word your bond? 0 to 10. 0. Nope. I lie all the time. You can't trust me. Can't trust myself. Anything. Or 10. If I give you my word, it is my bond. I'll back it up every time. Or somewhere in between. 45. How important is it in your mind not to be a liar? 0. I don't care about lying. I just lie all the time. I'll be honest with you, Pastor Tom, I'm a liar. 10. It is extraordinarily important thing in my life not to tell a lie. Okay? Or all points in between. Maybe sometimes it's important, but be honest. Maybe it's a 7, maybe it's a 6, maybe it's a 5. You got to be honest. 46. On a scale of 0 to 10, how important is encouragement to you? 0 to 10. Now you're going to have to do this one backwards. Some of these are backwards. Remember I told you? 0 to 10. 10, encouragement is not important to me. I don't really need it. Totally. I can live without it. Totally. 0, I got to have encouragement all the time. Every day. Or 5, somewhere in between. Okay, so that one's backwards. Okay, 47. On a scale of 0 to 10, how well do you work with others? 0. Oh, no, that's no good for me. 0. Terrible. 10. I can work with anybody. I'm really good at it. People like me. I fit right in. I can submit. I can do my tasks. 48. On a scale of 0 to 10, how important is your church life? 0. Don't even go to church. Don't care about it. 10. It is one of the most important things in my life. It's just way high up there. 49. On a scale of 0 to 10, how well do you lead others? 0. I know nothing about leading anybody anywhere. Don't care about that. Who cares? 10. I can do it excellently. I've developed over the years an excellent leadership skill. People follow me and so on. And you think you're a 10. Or all points in between. Maybe you're a 5. Right? 50. 0 to 10. How are my hospitality and communication skills? All right? Am I able to get along with people? Able to communicate with people? Able to, invite them to my home, make them comfortable? All those aspects of hospitality and communication. 0, I'm terrible at it. 10, I am the best, man. I am just so good at that. I've got that down. I'm a people expert, and I know exactly how to do it. Okay. Or anywhere in between. 51. On a scale of 0 to 10, how have you overcome problems and habits in your life, whether they be things like pornography, alcohol, drugs, bad habits, smoking? 0, I really am bound up with a lot of stuff. 5, I got some problems there. I'm going to be honest, but I'm working on it, but it's a 5, it ain't a 10. 10, I just got that all totally under control and out of my life. Okay, you get the idea. 52, how well do you understand fivefold ministry gifts? On a scale of 0, I have no idea what you're talking about, Pastor Tom. What is a fivefold ministry gift? 10, I am an expert on what a apostle is and the function. I could go down a long list and give you a list of all the attributes and signs of the apostle. Same with the prophet, same with the evangelist, pastor, and teacher. I know all about that. I'm an expert at it. 10 or somewhere in between. Well, a 5 would be I've heard it. I read on it. I've got a pretty good idea. I've maybe sat in some classes. I've studied a little bit, but I probably could know more, but I'm average. You have to judge yourself on that. 53. On a scale of 0 to 10, how well do you move in the Spirit? Excuse me. You're examining yourself on that. 0, I never do it. I don't even know what that is. We don't have that in our church. I don't even understand what you're talking about. 10, I'm an expert at moving in the Spirit. Just an expert. People think I'm an expert. Everybody says I'm an expert, so I must be. There's no growth left for me in that. 10, okay. 54. Do I always obey God when He moves on me? 0 to 10. 0, no, I don't even know what that means, Pastor Tom. When God moves on me, what are you talking about? 10, yes, I yield to God perfectly. Pretty much perfectly. Whenever He moves, whenever He tells me to do something, I do it. I obey Him 100% of the time. That's a 10. Okay, and all points in between. 55. How well do you understand words of wisdom? On a scale of 0 to 10. 0, what are you talking about? 10, I understand what the word of wisdom is. I can define the word of wisdom. I know how it operates. I know how it operates in different people, different ways in the Bible. I know how it operates in me. 10, I know everything about words of wisdom. 8, I'm good at it, but I'm still learning. 5, I'm average. I know about it. I know what it is. I can define it. It's up to you what you write down. 56, word of knowledge, 0 to 10. What is that? Same thing. How well do you know the word of knowledge? Okay. 57, discerning of spirits. Scale of 0 to 10. 0, what? A discerning of what? To 10, I'm an expert, totally an expert on that. Okay. You just have to be honest with yourself. Okay. If you don't know much about it, you have heard of it, you might know 1 or 2. See? 57, discerning of spirits. 58, special faith. Okay, do you know about it? Do you move in these things? What do you know about that? All right, 59, gifts of healings, 0 to 10. 60, 0 to 10, miracles, gifts of working of miracles. Some of these you might know more about than others. You see, you might be a 6 on one and a 4 on another. You might be a 10 on one and a 5 on another. It's possible. You write down what you think and be honest about it. 61, what do I know about the area of other tongues? Very, very big area. 0, other tongues. I have no idea what you're talking about, other tongues. 10, I'm an expert in every use and proper use and understand totally and completely everything about other tongues, everything about intercession, everything about the way that other tongues comes and is used in the service. I know it all. Okay. 62, interpretation of tongues, 0 to 10. 0 being what? 10, I am again all-knowing on this interpretation thing. 63, prophecy. What is prophecy? What is prophecy not? 0, I have no idea again what you're talking about, Pastor Tom. I think it might be preaching. I don't know. I'm not sure. To 10, I know everything about it. Okay. 64, rate yourself on overall fruit coming out of your life. Okay, this is where you really have to be honest. This is, again, 64. Now, if I went too fast, go back, just take it back a little bit. I'm sorry, I don't mean to move too fast, but I have to move along so I can get this in. But 64 is rate yourself on your overall fruit coming out of your life. Jesus said we need to be fruit bearers. Really think about this. Overall, from a 0, there's no fruit. I don't even know what you're talking about. I have to 10, total fruit. I'm a fruit bearing, 100-fold fruit bearer, And you can be, some people are. So you rate yourself on that. Be honest. Okay, 65. Rate yourself on the fruits of the Spirit. Number 1, 0 to 10. I know we did this before, but do it again. 0 to 10, the fruit of love in your life. 0, non-existent. 10, I'm mature in that area, totally. 66, 0 to 10, joy. Okay, rate yourself, 0 to 10. 67, 0 to 10, peace. Be honest about it. See, some of these, I couldn't rate myself as high as others. I had to really be honest about it. See, and that's how you do this. 0 to 10, peace. 68. Rate yourself on long suffering, 0 to 10, or patience. I have a feeling there's going to be some low ratings on that one, but that's just me. Okay, so 0 to 10 on long suffering or patience. 69, gentleness. Interesting. Where do I rate myself on gentleness? 0 to 10. All right. 70, goodness. 0 to 10. I don't even know what goodness is. Well, then it'll be a 0. 71, faithfulness. 0 to 10. Well, I know we've already asked that question, but this is important to do it this way, okay? 72, meekness. 0 to 10, meekness. What does that mean? That's a 0. If you don't know what it means, all points in between. 73, temperance. What does that mean? Well, that'd be a 0, wouldn't it? Okay. How well do you walk in temperance? 74, on a scale of 0 to 10, where are you in your life at discovering God's plan for your life? 0, I have no idea, Pastor Tom, about that at all. 10, I have discovered God's plan for my life totally. Or you could be in the process of that, see, somewhere in between, right? 75, 0 to 10 on walking in the plan. So I've discovered the plan, but now we're talking about walking in that plan. I know what it is, but how far along are you walking? 0 to 10. 0, I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm not even started in that. I don't even understand what that is. 10, I'm walking in his plan 100%. I believe perfect will of God. Okay. 76, on a scale of 0 to 10, have you ever been involved in church strife? Now this one, again, you have to watch this now. Have you ever been involved in church strife? 0, I have been involved in church strife all the time. It's a problem. I've caused problems in churches all over the place. I'm just being honest with myself. It's been a real problem in my life. 10, never. So that's backwards, but it's important that you get that, okay? 0, I've been doing it all the time. I have a real problem with it. It is a major issue in my life. 10, I've never done that, okay? Rate the same way. Strife at home. 0, all the time. 10, never. Or somewhere in between, which I have a feeling will be the case for most people. In my marriage, if you are married, okay, you're going to get an extra question here if you're married. So you should have a little higher, maybe a little higher chance to get a little higher grade here, but this is important in your marriage. Strife, 0 all the time, 10 never. Okay? If you're not married, you can't answer that question, but that's okay. All right, that's okay. It'll still work out for you. Okay, we've just believe me, it'll work out. Okay? 79. How well can you get behind the vision of somebody else's vision, your church or whatever? Scale 0, I don't know nothing about that. 10, I'm behind it 100% all the time. And 80, the $1 million question. On a scale of 0 to 10, how can I personally handle correction? 0, I can't handle correction at all. And I'm being honest about it, Pastor Tom. I'm totally bad on that one, or 1 or 2. 10, I can take correction with the greatest of ease. Even if it hurts, even if it's not done right, I can take correction. God can correct me, or somebody can correct me, and I'll take it if it's godly correction. I will take it no matter what. Okay, you're done. Hallelujah. Now all you have to do is get out your calculator and add up these numbers. Okay? And then you'll find out where you're at. Now, here, I want you to write this down. Don't add them up right now. Do it after I'm off with you. But here's what will you use to know where you're at. If you are a baby, you will score 400 points or below. Up to 400 points, you are still a baby Christian. Let me say this. Nothing wrong with that. It's just a fact. If you're there, you're there. You got a lot of growing to do. It's nice to know there. So if you score 400 or below, you are a baby Christian. 500 or below, you are a child. Up to 500. From 400 to 500, there you are a child. 500 or below, okay? You see what I'm saying? 500 or below to 400, you're a child. So from 400 to 500, that 100 points there, that's a difference, all right? Preteen would be 500 to 600. So if you're 500, you're still a child, or 501, you made it. You are a preteen to 600, somewhere in between there, okay? So preteen would be 600 or below to 500 there. You follow what I'm saying? Yeah, 501, okay? All right, now teens would be from 601 to 750. 601 says 750. That range right there, you have become a teenage, spiritually speaking. If you add them all up and you get 601 to 750, you are a teen. Even 600, you're on the edge there. So you are a teenager, and that's good. That's not a whole lot of people out there can say that. Mature is difficult. 751 to 800. If you rated 751 and you're honest to 800, you are a fully grown, mature Christian. Now, I'm always an honest guy, and so I'll tell you what I got. I went through this thing, and to my amazement, I came out 751. So I squirt. I got it, but I'm by 1 point. Wow. I got a lot of growing to do. So there you go. That's the test. And if this has been a blessing to you, why don't you share this around? In fact, the last 2 videos or 3 are, you can share with your friends. Say, you got to watch this, take this test, see where you're at. It can either be very enlightening to you one way or the other, but it'll be enlightening to you. And it should be a blessing to you, so you can say, okay, I've got a lot of growing to do, especially in this area, in this area, in this area. This area I'm doing very well in, but this area maybe not so much. You know what I mean? Hallelujah. But you can be honest about it. Now, I really appreciate you guys joining me. I appreciate you guys watching the videos. If they're a blessing to you, please share them. And if they feed you, please go to our website, faithalifefellowship.org, and donate toward our ministry. If we're helping you, you should do that. That's what the Bible says. I don't give long appeals for money, but we're doing a lot of work in the ministry, and the more money that comes in, the more we can get done. This is a soul-winning ministry. It's very important to us. We also teach like this. It's valuable to people. We've had millions and millions of views. So, hallelujah. We love you. Remember this. This is Pastor Tom. Feed your faith. Starve your doubts to death. Until next time, God bless you.